Did you hear about this one? Let's get into the Checkdown. You ready? I spend my entire week looking for things to put in the Checkdown. These are various stories that happen in college football and around the nation. Actually, sometimes not even college football. It just depends what's out there. Mac, feel free to comment at will. Here we go.
Oh, you didn't do it yet?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, but that was pretty good, I thought.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Houston Christian University wants the recent NCAA Power 5 settlement to be made null and void. Did you hear about this? According to the university, the settlement will adversely affect them. They say their interests weren't considered and they weren't given a seat at the table during the negotiations. Now, I know how they can settle this. All they have to do is line up some Lambos and invite the NCAA out for a visit. Take some pictures, drop a couple of bags, all under the table, obviously. And I guess they're just behind on that strategy.
Who?
Nothing. All right.
Houston Christian?
Houston Christian University.
Okay, I got some advice for them, though.
All right.
Whatever you do, don't buy a mother flubbin' cheeseburger.
Oh, at Houston Christian. I got you. Yeah.
Don't do it.
Lambo's okay. Cheeseburgers, not okay.
That's correct.
Correct.
That's what we have learned.
Story number 2 in the
show is us taking a nap.
Yes. Story number 2. Apparently, a bunch of people are suggesting Deion Sanders should be the next head coach of Ohio State. Did you hear about this one?
What?
Fans are getting sick of Ryan Day because, unlike Urban Meyer, who was undefeated against Michigan, Day has lost 3 in a row. I don't see any problems at all bringing in Sanders. In fact, the only setback I see is that he'd have to change his name from Coach Prime to the Coach Prime. Nothing. Okay. I scour the internet for these stories, man.
I'm sorry, my mind's just still at Deion Sanders, the coach of Ohio State. He just got to Colorado. He hasn't completely destroyed them yet. But all right, sure, whatever. Move on.
Moving on. Story number 3 comes all the way from Eastern Michigan, which is right over there.
For context, he lives in. Wow. Sorry.
So, did you hear Eastern Michigan is renaming its football stadium?
Yes, I did, but I can't remember to what.
Eastern is known, of course, for changing names. They used to be the EMU Hurons. Now they're the Eagles. The football stadium opened in 1969, is named for Elton J. Ranierson, Sr., who coached football at Eastern Michigan for 26 seasons.
Wow. And only had 26 losing seasons.
He compiled a record of 114 to 58 to 15.
Oh, all right. Well, that's not bad.
So that's not bad. That's probably EMU's best coach ever. Like historically, currently, ever. The greatest coach to ever coach at Eastern Michigan University. In one 6-year period from 1925 to 1930, Ranierson's teams won 40 games, tied 2, and lost just 4. This guy was a fantastic coach. But now they want to rename the field to Crosby Field in honor of Raiders 3-time Pro Bowl defensive end Max Crosby and his wife Rachel, because money. They made $1 million donation to the EMU athletic department, and that means they're going to say goodbye to history and slap a new name on it, which I guess you'd have to call it reverse NIL, but Tom Selleck has not yet signed a contract, so I don't know.
Reverse mortgage. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. It took me a second because I'm about as far as one possibly could be from getting a mortgage. So that took me a second. But I'm sorry. All it took was $1 million for them to rename their stadium.
$1 million to forget about the greatest coach in EMU history and slap a new name on the stadium.
I mean, okay, I'm not going to pretend like I have $1 million in my pocket, but that's all it took.
That's all it took.
Why hasn't anyone tried changing Waldo Stadium yet at Western
I don't
Michigan?
know.
I'm certain somebody's got $1 million to change it from Waldo because, like, the joke is, where's Waldo? Nobody knows because normally they suck.
Nobody
Anyway,
goes there except for
nobody
that
goes.
one season.
Yeah, except for 2016.
That perfect season, and then PJ Fleck, boom, gone.
Off to Minnesota, the, what would you call it? Cemetery of coaches?
So this has been the Checkdown. If you like what you've seen so far, don't forget to smash that like button. And as long as you're there, scroll a little over, slightly to the left, hit the subscribe button. Thank you, everyone, who has subscribed already.